Hello, my name is Bree, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Breezy Banter, the place where I talk about the things I want to talk about. In today's video, I'm doing a continuation of the series that I have here on my channel, where I discuss the perfumes that I've tried from a particular perfume house, and then my experience, as well as my overall experience with that house. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the company LuvMilk. What I typically do in these videos is I'll tell you the name of the perfume that I tried, whether I received it as a free sample, what I rate it out of 10, whether or not I want to full size it, the notes as described by the house, and then my personal experience wearing it. And then at the end, I give a overall summary of my experience ordering from the store. So if there were any issues, how customer service handled it, what the turnaround time was like. And then I'll also tell you who I think the shop is particularly good for. So with all of that in mind, I also just want to preface this video by telling you some of my likes and dislikes when it comes to perfumes. In terms of the notes that I like, I tend to enjoy very sweet gourmands, scents that could be described as feminine. Generally, notes such as vanilla, sugar, cotton candy, or lime really do it for me. In terms of notes that I think are okay, I think most fruits, most florals, and musk are generally hit or miss. And then when it comes to notes that I dislike, these include rose, pumpkin, incense, wood, and anything that can generally be described as more masculine leaning. So with all of that in mind, let's get into these perfumes. So the first perfume that I tried from them is called Angel Blood. I haven't yet tried this one. As I generally say in these videos, I do my best to try all of the scents from a particular store before I do a video like this. That's not always possible because I do just have hundreds of samples to try. There's a handful in this video. I think there might be 4, which is the most I think I haven't tried from a store in which I already own those samples. But what I will do is tell you the notes. The notes for this one are mashed bananas, fluffy vanilla cake, a drizzle of caramel, condensed milk, and the softest hints of peach and pineapple. I do remember smelling this in the bottle, which isn't necessarily a representation of how it will smell on the skin, and it smelled really good. Next is the scent Cookie Thief, which I rated 8 out of 10, but I will not be full-sizing it. The notes are a plate of warm, freshly baked chocolate chip and peanut butter cookies beside a rich cup of coffee splashed with caramel and milk chocolate. I said that this scent is sweet and delicious. I don't really want to smell like a plate of cookies all day, all the time, but it was fun while the sample lasted. Next is Delicate Kitten, which I rated 2 out of 10, and I will not be full-sizing it. The notes are rose petals dunked in sweet coconut cream, spun sugar, wisteria blooms, dark red cherries, and a sprig of white lilac. I said I get cherries, cherries, and cherries from this, mixed with a little cough syrup. Next is the scent Doll Parts, which I rated 9 out of 10, and I do want to full-size it. The notes are rich Madagascar vanilla bean, creamy French vanilla and hazelnuts, spoonfuls of brown sugar, and delicately sugared orchid petals. I said the scent is so warm and cozy. It smells like cookies straight out of the oven, and like there might even be the tiniest spice in there. I was smelling myself all day. Next is Dream Eater, which I rated 6 out of 10, and I do not want to full-size it. The notes are freshly baked bread with a warm vanilla drizzle and fat sugar crystals sprinkled on top, hints of creamy coconut, and faint whiffs of cedar and moss. I said I got bread from this, just straight up bread. It reminds me very much of Fiorene's Barmbrack, which is another bread sort of scent. And this scent did irritate my skin upon application. Next is the scent Fairy Dust, which I have also not yet tried. The notes are sugary strawberry, vanilla, and sweet cotton candy. I also remember smelling this one in the bottle, and it smells really good. Next is Festival Days, which I rated 6 out of 10, and I will not be full-sizing it. The notes are Ramoon, strawberry pocky, conbini dessert cakes, and rock candy. I said that this is a fun and sweet gourmand scent. It is definitely strawberry and sugar heavy. I suspect this would smell incredible as a bath product. It smells like Gushers upon initial application, but mellows out pretty quickly. Next is the scent Festival Nights, which I rated 9 out of 10, and I do want to full-size it. The notes are melon, kakagori, dango, drizzled with musuame, watam, and fireworks in the distance. I'm sorry, I probably butchered all of that. I said that this smells like candy and smoke, which together combine into a delicious scent that pays ode to the name of this perfume. Next is Lofty Castle, which I rated 6 out of 10, and I will not be full-sizing. The notes are candied lavender, fresh honey, puffs of cotton candy, and raw sugar. I said that this scent is definitely honey forward / heavy. I don't get any of the other notes. It's good if you like honey, but if you're looking for a particularly sweet or soft honey scent, this isn't it. Next is Moon Milk, which I rated 3 out of 10, and I will not be full sizing. The notes are creamy vanilla cake and ice cream with a crispy cinnamon waffle cone. I said I mostly just get cinnamon. Next is Mother Bee, which I rated 8 out of 10, but I do not want to full size it. The notes are sweet honey, creamy vanilla, and lightly toasted marshmallow. I said this is a perfectly serviceable honey scent. It's sweet, unassuming, and fresh. I just have enough honey scents already for my preference. Next is Polar Bear's Breakfast, which I received as a free sample, but I ended up destashing it based off of what I smelled in the bottle. The notes are peppermint candy canes, sugar cookies, and fluffy pancakes covered in syrup. What I remember smelling when I smelled the bottle was that it was very, very minty, and I tend to not enjoy minty scents. I was hoping for more of the pancake notes, but that didn't really come through, but I suspect they would come through when actually applied to the skin. I just really don't like mint. Next is Pouty Kitten, which I rated 5 out of 10, and I will not be full sizing. The notes are old-fashioned cream soda, piles of sugared strawberries, a bowl of whipped cream, freshly cut grass on a warm summer day. I said I don't get any of these notes when smelling it. It mostly smelled acrid. Next is the scent Queen of Hearts, which I rated 9 out of 10, and I do want to full size it. The notes are sticky lemon cake drizzled with vanilla alongside apples, oranges, and fresh greenery. I said I don't really get any of the specific notes listed here. I basically get fresh candy and it smells delicious. Next is Rabbit Cafe, which I have not yet sampled. The notes are sugary fried dough, strawberry jam, and hints of florals such as gardenia and jasmine meet vanilla, coconut musk, and white amber. Next is Radiant Kitten, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I will not be full sizing. The notes are heaps of mandarin oranges, orange blossoms, tangerine, neroli, vanilla, a sip of cognac, and dried corn husks. I said the scent smells like a candy I can't quite place. Something almost fizzy, perhaps like Pop Rocks, I wasn't really sure, mixed with oranges. It's fun and smells great, but I'm happy to use it my sample and not buy a full size of it. Next is the scent Sapphic, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I will not be full sizing. The notes are juicy ripe peach and sugar-drenched strawberries. I said I wouldn't have guessed peaches and strawberries, but this was definitely fruity still, creamy, and a sweet scent when smelled. Next is Silky Kitten, which I also have not yet sampled. The notes are cotton candy, bubblegum, pink grapefruit slices, a glass of lemonade, and endless stacks of shortbread. Next is Timid Kitten, which I have also not sampled. The notes are Italian sugar cookies dunked in a lavender latte made with coconut milk and honey whilst snuggled up in a freshly laundered sweater. Finally, one more that I haven't sampled is called Unicorn Princess, with the notes of fizzy root beer poured over strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate ice cream, topped with maraschino cherries and marshmallow fluff. Next is the scent Wedding Day, which I rated 6 out of 10, and I will not be full sizing. The notes are freshly baked blackberry pastries drizzled with vanilla and lemon sugar, layered with slices of ripe juicy peaches and delicate cognac infused rose petals. I said this scent is just okay. It's a bit lighter and feminine and sweet, but nothing too special. Lastly is the scent White Robe, which I rated 4 out of 10, and I will not be full sizing. The notes are creamy coconut milk, sweet sugar cane, a hint of smoke, white amber, and pure honey. And I said I mostly just get honey from this. So those are all of the scents that I tried. At least thus far, including some that I also haven't yet sampled, though based on the description, I think I will enjoy them. So the next part of these videos, I discuss my experience with customer service and the turnaround time. I have purchased from LuvMilk once. I ordered from LuvMilk on November 26th, and it shipped 2 days later on November 28th, which is incredible. In terms of customer service, I have to say that they are excellent. Basically and the reason I can say this is because before I had a gift card for LuvMilk, and I believe it was my Christmas gift, maybe one of my Christmas gifts like 2 years ago. And what had happened was you could order, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. So when you go to order, you can put, for example, you can increase the quantity of the number of samples to, let's say 10. And in the notes, you can say the list of the samples that you would like. And I think I had done that, and the shipping cost it was like $92 or something, and I was like, okay, I know shipping is like expensive, and as a Canadian, I was shipping to a Canadian address. I was like, that just seems really high. And these are oils. I know sometimes if you ship anything that has an alcohol base, that can increase the cost quite dramatically, but I had never seen $91 or $92. And so I wasn't really sure what was going on. And so I had emailed the owner of the store and just said like, hey, I just wanted to confirm that this is the right shipping price. And they got back to me and said like, no, that is absolutely incorrect. And they reached out to the host of their website and they noted it as a bug. And I believe they did end up fixing it. In the meantime, we were able to figure out that if I added each one individually with the note, with including a note of the scent that I wanted, then that fixed it. So for whatever reason, it was like adding it in bulk created an issue, whereas adding them individually did not. I think what we did was I paid directly through perhaps PayPal with a list of the scents that I wanted. And then that way they didn't have to charge me like the $92 for shipping. And that worked perfectly. And of course, this is just the sort of thing that can sometimes happen with smaller houses. Of course, it can happen to bigger houses as well, or like bigger stores. But the owner was incredibly responsive. I think I sent that email and they responded back to me in like 8 minutes. It was insanely quick. So in terms of customer service and turnaround time, I have literally no complaints. Clearly went above and beyond. They care a lot about their customer, and I very much appreciate that as a consumer. In terms of who I think this shop is good for, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's good for people who really want to sample things, because I think if you know the perfumes that I like the notes that I enjoy, and you hear my ratings for some of the perfumes, it's like, okay, but you said you like vanilla and cotton candy, but the scent that has vanilla and cotton candy, you gave it like a 4 out of 10. And I think there is sometimes a bit of a disconnect between the notes and perhaps what I'm used to when I think of those notes and what LuvMilk actually has like in their perfume, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It does just mean that I suspect you might have to sample more than maybe 1 or 2 of their scents to really get a sense of what their scents smell like. And I don't mind doing that. I enjoy sampling perfume, so to me that's no skin off my nose. One thing I'll also mention is that they do sell bath products in these scents. So if you are looking for example, a sugar scrub, you could get a sugar scrub of like your favorite perfume. And I really, really like that idea. I haven't yet taken advantage of it, primarily because that does increase the shipping cost, and because I was shipping to a Canadian address, I didn't want to. $92 was already a lot, and if I added something else, it probably would have been like $150 or something. But I do think I might have it shipped to an American address and then like bring it back myself. I'll figure it out. But if you are able to try their bath products, they seem absolutely lovely, and I look forward to doing so in the future. So I think that's all that I had to say with respect to the LuvMilk. In general, I think they're a really solid store, and they are beloved on the Indie Makeup and More subreddit for good reason. Before you go, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'd also love to know if you've heard of LuvMilk before, and if you have you tried their bath products? And if you have, what would you recommend? Before I go, I'd like to take a minute to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend watching this video. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Bye.